Yeah, I like Pia. When she grabs BKB, she's really in no way threatened by this game. Like, raises are a little scary, but you can gap close so fast that it's hard to do like a double or triple raise because you're so close to SF.
Hey, there's that Weaver.
And then they do Weaver in response.
Weaver. Yeah.
Because they're still a little weak on disable. Like, a lot of it is evadable. Like, before they grabbed Beastmaster for his roar, it's basically like trying to land an Ice Path or doing an X combo.
Yeah, so you have to roar this Weaver if you know.
Potentially, yeah.
Or an X, as you say. But if he gets BKB Lincolns, you know, Dahak's going to be... He's going to be pretty invincible.
If he gets BKB Lincolns, then he'll also have no damage.
He will also have no damage.
That they'll do that.
That is true. But we've seen Weavers do that. It's just sort of the Weaver situation. Sometimes the player feels he has to do it, but then the game's so hard.
I mean, sometimes
all right,
you gotta do
so
it,
Purge, you're new to the couch today.
Yes.
So we're going to let you pick first.
Wow.
Now...
it's going to be very hard to pick anybody but Gambit Esports, regardless of their drafts.
Regardless of their drafts.
I don't know.
Okay, tell me why is that? Is it just like the
well,
skill
it was
difference?
really
Is that big?
straightforward. I checked out the betting score, and what the betting score told me was how to answer as a panelist. So I'm just going to have to follow that. They did all the work.
That's my secret.
I don't have to be here. I just follow what they told me.
Well, here's how about this?
People.
Then, if we're all going to pick Gambit, what we'll do then is tell me what happens in the game for them to win. Like, how does the game play out?
I can't see the draft anymore. That question is way too complicated. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, you already guessed the draft, so give me something.
I guessed the draft? What do you mean? I predicted who I think is going to win. That has nothing to do with what heroes they pick.
I mean,
that's my easy out.
I don't think it's a bad draft from the Pango.
I don't think so either.
I think they've got something good going on here, but it's against Gambit, and Gambit is really, really good. So yeah, you have to expect.
Can they take game one? Okay, how about you might pick Gambit?
Oh yeah, I could easily see them taking at least one game. They could definitely win it as well. I guess what Gambit's most likely going to do is provide roam for Shadow Fiend and get Shadow Fiend moderately ahead, and then as long as he stays a moderate amount ahead of PA, or at least even, then he might be able to run away with the game.
Yeah. All right. Well, we've all got
Gambit's got this, yeah.
So let's see if they can hold up their end of the deal and get this game won.
Yeah, Gambit's been pretty hot lately as far as the CIS region especially. This is an impressive team, and personally I think one of the teams you've got to look out for in this event as far as going all the way. But matched up against the Pango here is obviously got a solid resume themselves. So those odds, they were pretty one-sided though, favoring Gambit. Do you feel the same way?
Yeah, but I think it's accurate. They're the better team, and I really like how they've game planned against the Elder Titan that came out early from Team Pango. There's a couple issues I have with the Pango's draft as well. Like, you have the Beastmaster, the ET, but these heroes best synergize with spread damage physical carries, specifically ones that can also damage structures. PA is not really either one of those, and he doesn't utilize Beastmaster Aura nearly as well as, you know, the typical heroes we would see. You know, Luna, Gyro, Medusa, Terrorblade. You know, these heroes become like these turrets of damage. PA is literally assassin is in the name. You're not that same type of carry you can actually play around, which is what Beastmaster ET thrive on.
Yeah, it might have trouble sticking on top of a hero like Weaver, as they're talking about. You know, of course, you get like a Prom Aurora initiation. That's a different story, but Weaver's whole concept is about being slippery and difficult to stick on top of. So.
And Lich as well. They pick it into Lich. Like, you're just going to pop that shield off. It punctures BKB. You know, you throw it on your Shadow Fiend BKB, and all of a sudden, there isn't really any damage that's going to come out on the target. Severe lack of magical damage as well on the side of the Pango. And I love, again, going back to the ET thing, the way you want to pick heroes that have built-in like BKB mechanics, like the typical carries you'd see counter it are Slark, Jug, Lifestealer, right? But you can also avoid the stomp. It's all about the stomp, avoiding the stomp, and Doom specifically is the best hero against Elder Titan for that reason, because you just have a 4-second mini-stun on demand, so it's near impossible for a stomp to come off. You just run at the Elder Titan as this Doom.
All right, well, as we're still waiting for this pause to come out, you saw on your screen there for a brief second, again, the loot.bet odds. You can head over to the loot.bet site yourself if you like and take advantage of said odds. Again, favoring Gambit quite a bit. That's for the overall series at this point, but understandably the more favorite team. They were one of the 4 invited teams, after all, to participate in this event. Apple9's playing the Shadow Fiend mid. This is a hero that he has been playing a lot, and again, specifically around the Visage strategy. Now, of course, understandably, Visage was banned right off the bat. But he usually does go those Guardian Greaves build. Is this a game where you expect to see the same?
Oh, definitely. You don't really have damage issues. Earth Spirit's one of the highest damage 4 positions in Dota. Also a ton of reach and catch, so you don't need that mobility item as much on SF, the Blinks, the Shadow Blades, etc. You also have a Doom and a Weaver. Both, you know, they're not super high damage, but they're not they're not bad either. You know, Doom as an offlaner is really becomes a core very easily.
Yeah.
And also loves stacking these aura items. He'll buy the Vlads, he might buy the Sheevas, the drums, etc. So you stack all those together against a team like the Pango, who is really all in on physical damage and finding these kills, bursting you down. You survive the initial onslaught, you will win these engagements.
Bound to be an issue. So again, it's about figuring out said issue. If you're the Pango, how do you break through it? Well, we got the game to figure that out now. Tri-lane versus tri-lane action setting up at the bottom. Jakiro currently heading towards, counter-warding in the process. So good pick up there from Slayer. We have our Kunkka versus Shadow Fiend matchup mid, and then our 1v1 top lane, as that's Afterlife on the Doom going up against Beastmaster.
Nuke first. Surprising. Usually you get the shield no matter what, but going to try and pump out that early harass.
Especially with a hero like a Weaver, you know, on top of that Shikuchi's in the synergy there is great, but...
This is an interesting tri-lane. I don't know if one team has like a distinct advantage. It really comes down to how well the Elder Titan plays around his aura. I'm surprised he's blocking the hard camp as well. As an ET, you'd think he'd want that up for the extra spirit damage. He might be in a bit of trouble too. Yeah, he's just dead. Is that really worth it, Zayak? Like, you block the camp, but I'd argue that hurts you more than helps, and now you've fed away First Blood too.
That's a really good point. Yeah, why would he put the time and effort into doing that when he could have taken advantage of it himself? Yeah. On decision making there.
And Weaver versus PA, you're so much stronger at the early levels. You get bugs up at level 2 or level 3, and you get instant, like you have so much mana because you have to CS with daggers as PA, and you can see already a stick picked up. I'd expect to see every hero in this lane have a stick. You can see Lich, or Earth Spirit rather, has picked one up as well because, you know, why not?
In usual tri versus tri lane, there's plenty of spells being spammed, really no matter the matchups. Immersion. Just simply going to walk this one off. May look for a turn chance. Lich was heading in there, but not going to go for the overplay. Played safe for now. 2 minutes coming up. Of course, the rune spawn, it's going to be an illusion top, so nothing to take advantage of there, at least from this bottom lane. But yeah, Weaver, again, just being comfortable. 9-2 CS, currently against a 5-1 Phantom Assassin, Dahak.
Yeah, I can't believe they don't have a sentry in this bottom lane. If you're going to tri-lane aggro into a Weaver, you must buy a sentry. And you play around it in the lane, because Weaver, you know, if he just tries to get last hits with his invis once and you're able to all smack him in the face a couple times because he has an unexpected sentry, like you're forced to salve almost. This is a low HP hero.
Mid lane, Naive. He's going to put some pressure on Affinage, but not nearly enough damage to threaten a kill. Yeah, well, at least from the looks of it for now, he's diving quite a bit, but... And just adding up some CS. Shadow Fiend currently 5-2. You look at Kunkka 15-6. Wow.
Yep,
that's one-sided.
That's pretty expected though. Shadow Fiend versus Kunkka is incredibly unfavorable, at least for these early levels.
Typical Shadow Fiend fashion.
Yep.
Needs those souls, of course. Oh, Kuman, he's in trouble. Phantom Assassin diving over to the left with a couple more auto attacks with the Geminate, trying to deny himself to the neutrals. Could not get there in time. That would have been best case scenario. But the worst case happens. He dies to Dahak instead. And this tri lane is starting to sway more and more the favor of the Radiant, it seems like.
I really just don't know about this aggro tri lane, Breaky.
Yeah.
I just don't like it.
So instead have the Beastmaster down there, more of a dual lane?
Yeah, just why you're throwing away your PA's game, and I don't see you winning this game unless he snowballs hard.
Well, Kunkka's off to the good start, and Beastmaster's not doing too shabby himself at the top. So, of course, going to try to work around that momentum sooner than later. What do we expect on Kunkka? Does he look for the early Shadow Blade maybe to try to get that initiation, make the plays, or?
I wouldn't mind it. I think you're going to need an early BKB for sure, but you're also the primary Doom target in this game. So it's really personal preference. It's not a hero I've ever been a master of, so not sure. But yeah, he's dead now though.
He is.
Oh, maybe not.
Zayat?
No mana for another nuke.
A nice job with the hoof stomp, or the not the hoof stomp, the echo stomp there. Yeah, perfect timing, so Immersion could not finish the job. Pops the salve, however, FNG, he still wants the kill. Going to take off the salve at the last second. Already did his job. Roll in will miss, but Naive, he's kind of trapped in right now. Affinage put in a couple more auto attacks. Again, the echo stomp at the last second, but the auto attack from FNG comes through, and he knows he's probably dead himself, but it ultimately completes the kill onto Kunkka.
You were totally fine with that as Team Gambit. Got the kill you wanted. The roll missed, or it could have been a bit cleaner. Immersion just a bit off to the right, but you take those, and Afro Ninja doing a great job. This is what you have to do with Shadow Fiend. Continuously funneling out regen, mangoes. Spend your gold to buy XP and more CS so that you don't ever have to run back to base. It's not great because obviously you'd prefer the bottle earlier, but you know, it's the way you want to play this lane. but it does mean Kunkka has a bit more of a net worth advantage than you may expect based on CS.
5-minute bounty runes coming up. Looks like bottom lane could have some action, but nope. Will be taken by the Dire, and FNG, he went a little too far to be curious of said bounty rune. He puts the frost shield up, so he'll mitigate plenty of damage, but not nearly enough in the end. That swarm, by the way, hitting all 3 heroes. Damage going to be enhanced quite a bit to Hawk. They're trying to kill those damn bugs. Invest in them right now. The Echo Stomp connects, but again, lack of sentry. They don't have the vision when he's in that Shukuchi. The Geminated attack comes through, and Dahak at least gets 1. However, he's at a mana 1. There we go. He pops it. Shukuchi's the other way, and he's going to be fine. Meanwhile, top lane Beastmaster gets picked up. There's a rotation. I was wondering where Spirit was. Well, that's where he was.
This is the benefit of Weaver as well. It's one of those few tri-lane heroes. You know, Morana not really met anymore, but Weaver as well. You can tri-lane them and then leave them alone, and all of a sudden they're just your off-laner. But it's fine because they're still able to maintain a presence in the lane, whereas other heroes, you know, you'd probably be forced to just rotate to jungle.
CS is overall looking pretty good for the Pango still. I mean, they're down 5-2 hero kills, and it seems like that tri-lane was favoring the Radiant, but Phantom Assassin's actually 30-7 right now. She's up there on top of the CS chart at least. So there's, again, more positive news for the Pango to look forward to as things do progress on. You would assume that she is eventually going to transition probably to the safe lane or elsewhere. You know, she can't stay down here forever, of course.
But it's tough. We've seen this a lot of games where, and this is the danger with aggro tri-laning, is that at this point, if you're ever forced out of lane, you're going up against a solo Doom now with a massive level advantage and a farm advantage.
Yeah.
So PA's kind of stuck bottom. Thus, I don't know if you can leave, Breaky. And it's not like you can jungle either. It's one of the weaknesses of the heroes.
Yeah, she can do those Ancients slowly but surely with that blur. They don't attack back, so.
I don't know about level 4.
Yeah, it's a little early.
Maybe 40 minutes.
A little bit longer on here. Yeah, Doom, he was holding that point, I noticed, too. He's might even be level 7 by now, so waiting to see if it's necessary to get the Doom at this point, or not going to get that opportunity yet. Time-lapse not online yet either, 5.5 for Weaver. Although Immersion's still up here. Yeah, Ghostic, it's like he's aware.
He placed the ward as well. I like this because it's all about, okay, where does Earth Spirit have the most game impact? So by just standing here, he won this lane for his offlaner for about 2 minutes. Now he can go bottom, and they can look to get aggressive here, and he just safeguards the Weaver and ensures that, you know, now this aggro tri-lane, maybe you can't stick around here anymore because you're so weak 3-on-3 at this stage of the game.
Yeah, he hasn't shown himself yet, I don't believe, so that might catch some off guard. FNG is trying to almost bait, it feels like. Kuman just throws a dagger, though. He's not going to Phantom Strike in. That's what they wanted for sure, but Dahak, he's in pursuit. He's got that Shukuchi, a lot of movement speed forward. The Swarm comes out, Slayer. You're probably dead, buddy. Yep. Killing spree for Dahak. Top lane, Doom's in trouble, though. The rotation coming in from Kunkka and Elder Titan there as well, and it took a little bit, but they eventually do him in. Yep. It's favorable for the Pango.
That was inevitable. At some point, Kunkka just gets to pick a place to go land a kill. You blow Roar, you blow Boat. Yeah, that target's going to go down.
Yeah.
Space for Alpha Ninja, of course. He's now taken over the CS lead, but that's to be expected as a Shadow Fiend.
You're one of those, by the way. You call him Afro Ninja.
Afro Ninja.
Afro Ninja.
Afro Ninja.
It took me a while to learn Doxok as well. It's Dahak, apparently, so try my best on that. But yeah, Afro9, it's like people pronounce that one so many different ways I've heard.
Dude, there's so many weird things, like, you know, in Russian, Sasha is short for Alex, or Alexander and Alexandra, right?
Really?
Yes. And in addition, Vladimir, right, isn't shortened to Vlad.
Something else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Vlad is actually short for something that I can't remember. Yeah, it's something weird, though. It's like Yevgeny becomes Vlad. Something like that. Yeah, it's really tough. You guys just remember it.
Yeah, loot.bet odds showing on your screen once again. It's I believe it might have even moved a little bit more for Gambit, but it's still in that similar area for the overall series. Again, this is a best out of 3. As Echo Stomp, it's going to connect, but he's pretty far, although it sets up the Torrent. So Afterlife, he is beefy, though. We know this. He's surviving for now. The Ghost Ship comes out. He has plenty of backup, including that Frost Shield. Talk about mitigating some damage. So they used quite a bit right there to chase him down, and he gets to basically half life.
It's not the target you're looking for, unfortunately. No. He's got 10 armor already. I mean, you just aren't going to mess with him. Do you have an Ice Soaker eaten or something? How does he have so much armor?
He had the Basilisk.
Oh, phase boots, duh.
And phase
oh my god, that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's the new phase boots. They always throw me for a loop.
6 armor there.
Yep.
It is quite a bit, yeah.
It's so good for a hero like Doom. He's got 2 base armor, but then it goes, you know, it's just so high.
They're going on Kuman. He had that blur up. It obviously got deactivated, so he's aware that they were chasing. The Doom comes out, and maybe a denied attempt. No, Jakiro's not going to risk it, so Kuman's dead. And now Jakiro still gets caught, though. Licha had the right idea to chase him down, keep him slowed enough. The boulder will miss, but It sets up Immersion, close enough for the blade. Yes, he gets it off. That had to be like a half a second, if that. Oh, crap indeed for Mr. Slayer. So he's dead. Top bounty rune's going to be controlled by the Radiant.
They blow Roar for that, too. He tried to get it, but SF there, so forces the Beastmaster away.
FNG does go down, so talk about the bounty rune battles in play there. But yeah, the Primal Roar, unfortunately, not leading into much. Also saw a quad Wraith Band on Mr. Weaver.
Pango's got to try and keep abusing their ult rotations from the Beastmaster and Kunkka specifically. It's so easy to find kills until more core items come up for Gambit, but I do believe there's more impetus on them to make these plays, because at a certain point, when you stack the Vlads and the Greaves and the defensive armor of Lich, I don't know if you're able to actually combo someone down 100-0 anymore.
Yeah. And
PA is going to need a lot of time before you're really that hard carry we've seen take so many games.
See, Urn picked up by Elder Titan, Phantom Assassin. Talk about that Battle Fury timing. It's plenty off. Doesn't have any of the components yet other than the Quellic Blade. Only about 400 gold, I think it was, saved up. So we at least have a good, well, almost say 10 minutes at this rate, if that. So he's going to be some time. Weaver at the top lane is by himself. There are a couple of heroes rotating in, I see. Looks like he's just harassing a bit, trying to keep this lane pushed out. Going Hannah Midas, interesting. So, well, is it though? I mean, we're in that meta right now, I suppose, but wouldn't expect him maybe on Weaver. I mean,
it's okay. You go the no boots triple Wraith Band, so he's still been active, right? He's farming offensively. He's just choosing to get this accelerating item that has the benefit as well if he goes for the XP increase at level 10.
That's right.
I think it's like 30%. Maybe 35%.
I think it's 35.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
You hit 25 so quickly, and that just increases your tank ability drastically. And that's the way Gambit will win this game. You look at all three of their cores. They're going to be so strong and tough to take down. And the lineup of Pango really requires burst combos on these big ults like we've been talking about.
Yeah, we saw Doom earlier. He tanked 4 heroes, and they couldn't finish the job. So that is going to be an issue. Kunkka?
Yep. It's all about that sustained damage. And you don't really have that much on the side of the Pango.
Working on that Shadow Blade. Okay, that was that Thaka's bottom lane immersion. There's the Brahma Roar. Looks like they were diving for a kill themselves on PA, but PA, life still ticking down. Is she doomed? Is that why?
Yeah.
Okay,
I think she's fine.
Gonna be. I'm watching that life bar. I'm watching the life bar. Oh, wow. That has to be like 20 life. Well, she lives. That's the good news. Yule's pick up on Shadow Fiend, by the way. At least he was going for it. So
it's a combo breaker.
Okay.
It's an interrupt offensively for the ET stomp, or defensively perhaps. And when you get X'd by Kunkka, you can get juked out, but it ensures that before BKB, you can't just be X'd into this mass spell combo and 100% death.
Slayer, Chain Frost bouncing. Well, not real, is only one target, but enough damage to help for that kill. So throws down his Fire Macro Pyre, but ain't gonna do much there. 40 damage talent picked up by Kunkka. But yeah, I did also know Shadow Fiend again, still sitting on the brown boot. So that's all I was kind of wondering if he is changing the build up. But for now, he's still likely could go out, just as you mentioned, valuing the Yules.
Yeah, I think Yule's BKB makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
He was the one that popularized the Greaves build, but it might not be ideal here. Yeah, Yule's bots, they're gonna abuse map mobility and their scaling power because they have way more wave clear than the Pango does, and then the XP talent, Midas, the Doom.
No, the hell of a combo. Triple raise lands, magnetizes on, they yields him on up, and see you later, Mr. Naive. A little bit north. Slayer's also caught out, puts down the ice path, a roll into it though. And Slayer, double kill for Alpha9. Just, I mean, Roshan is open. Maybe not the best team at doing it right now, so they're not going to, but.
Still,
nice
you take that, you take those all day, and the Gambit lineup's just going to accelerate faster.
Yeah.
You got a Midas on one hero, a natural Midas on the Doom thanks to his Devour, and Shadow Fiend going Yule's bots means he'll be on map 100% of the time, and he'll just spam waves and then run to farm jungle as well.
And I feel like Gambit's just great at doing this. These last couple of months that I've gotten the chance to cast them and watch them throughout, this is their play style. Whether it's with the Shadow Fiend, the Visage, whatever, they always have that similar idea of what they're going for. They're going for this early pressure. They play very well as a team. And we're seeing glimpses of that here once again.
It's respect to FNG, right? I feel like the main difference is that this team has an actual captain, and a lot of these CIS squads do not. Like, they were one of the 2 teams to make it to the minor. The other we just watched was Old But Gold. And I feel like they're in a tier or 2 above.
Yeah, I agree there.
Based on the way that they've been playing, and a lot of that just comes down to the synergy and the link that these individuals have in playing like a team.
Yeah, must be nice, man. Bots worked on a Shadow Fiend almost there. You mentioned we look back at the Battle for your progress. Okay, so he's getting there. He still needs a Demon Edge plus a recipe. And you already see the glimpse of the BKB coming out following. Tiny Rune picked up. Beastmaster, again, another use of Aurora that's, in this case, much more defensive try, and it doesn't even help him in the end. It sets up a nice Shark from Naive. First splitter put down, though, Immersion. God's our Frosted on. He's still taking up all this damage. The Requiem from the distance. Naive is going to try to... No, he's just standing there, actually, with the Shadow. I thought he was TPing out for a second. The Doom's on him, though, and the Magnetize. They don't know Naive? He's there.
Oh, Shadow Amulet.
Yeah, the Amulet. That's he's hiding in it. But, oh, the coup de grace crit takes out Lich. But what cost now for PA? Kuman's just in a bad spot because of that. You're going to use the player.
Oh, they know he's there now. You got to know he's there.
Come on, guys. What did the Phantom Strike do?
Oh, my God. There's no way.
Think about this.
There's no way.
Are you kidding me?
What a play, though. What a play.
It was, yeah.
I mean, Kuman dies kind of for it, but, you know, still, props to...
That was Naive.
Naive, yeah, Naive. I'm so used to him playing safe lane.
It's odd seeing him mid still. It is.
He's like fully swapped, right?
Again, is this a stand-in or is this actually a swap? Because Salar's their former mid player.
Tekcac used to play for a different team. I don't remember which one it was, but it was one of those other up-and-comers. So it could just be a roster swap. I'm not sure. Sailor was certainly their weak link, but
yeah.
The thing is, it reminds me of the way Optic played with CCNC, where he always was the one that got flack, but it was because he was playing like the support core role for a very greedy off-laner and safe laner. So it's tough to judge them when they're never really the main priority for their squad.
Most comfortable, yeah. DeHawk, speaking of him right here, he doesn't have mana for the time lapse, actually. Oh, now he does. He's a Wong. He can't get it off, though. The lockdown's too much. The Ice Pass sitting on top of a couple, but Naive, he's the one dropping. And he eventually goes down. Apenine's credit for the kill. Slayer now, they're pursuing him, and a triple kill for Mr. Shadow Fiend, and might not even be done just yet. Yeah, looks like we are. Elder Titan's too fast.
That was the power of the Earth Spirit Lich combo. Like, they just have so much catch. I should say Earth Spirit Doom, really, because they're the ones doing work, and there's nothing on the side of the Pango that can stop them from just immediately gaining access to the backlines and starting to wreak havoc. You can't really target either one of them. 1,500 health on the Earth Spirit. He's level 9. Doom's 13 with like 3,000 EHP.
A little bit different. Yeah, I also know it's level 15 talent picked up by Shadow Fiend right there. And again, when we do see this, especially with the Vista strategy, he usually goes that affects the buildings with his aura, but he gets the 30 movement speed in this case. Here again, he's going a different style. It doesn't make sense this game.
I love the Blink Stomp on the Doom here. He can just play Primary Initiator. It makes it so much easier to play Earth Spirit this game. He's a bit of trouble, though, but he's got the Devour regen running. A lot being thrown at him, but the Lich Armor.
Shield mitigation. Afterlife is going to actually survive. DeHawk's causing chaos in the back lines. Although it's not going to result in a kill, but the fact they couldn't kill Doom says something, man.
Yep.
Immersion, we're not done just yet, though. Getting pulled back in. Another Requiem from a distance. He likes to use it more for the, damage reduction and slow effect than anything. Kuman, Doom's on him, by the way. They're going to pick off Immersion, but again, it's going to come at a cost. And a pretty big one at that. Phantom Assassin, I mean, she's... is there a shrine there? If there is, she might be fine, actually. Meanwhile, they do catch Slayer, so it doesn't look like there's a shrine. She is still ticking down. It's going to be close once again. Zayat, he's probably dead too, though. Echo Stomp somewhat connects, but Appenine, he's too good. You see that movement speed kicking in. And yeah, he's going to finish the job.
What a well-played team fight there. Incredibly well done. I don't know who's going to get the flat heal.
Are you kidding me? Okay. The boar. Well, he takes out Doom. That's the target to start it all with, remember.
Yep. And that's the way Gambit's playing this. Like, it's this skirmish into swarm style that you said yourself. Like, they're excellent at it. So bait your big strength targets, peel, kite back, and then look to strike once you can initiate on the backlines, get a key Doom off on the PA, and then all of a sudden you're turning it around because these big cooldowns have already been spent by the side of the Pango. And they're just abusing the strength of their lineup. All of a sudden, the top 3 net worth are all cores on Gambit. Credit to Immersion as well. This guy got a lot of offers to start this season. He's been, unknown in the West.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't really recognize the name as much. Okay.
Yeah, in CIS, he's been known as someone that was going to be good for quite some time. And
interesting.
I'm glad he ended up sticking with Gambit because I think they're one of the teams in the CIS region that has a lot of potential.
Yeah, it goes back to the leadership definitely there with FNG, so they've had some good progress and success so far, but smoke play?
They just got some consistency issues, but that seems to be kind of par for the course when you think about the CIS region in Dota.
Absolutely, yeah. Okay, they're going to use this to sneak in a Roshan. Trying to get Kuman that Aegis to feel more comfortable in this game. And I mean, they're gonna get it. They don't know what's happening in this Gambit. They are running over, but
you clear one side of the jungle, it's pretty safe to say where could Dire be? Yeah, probably in that Roche pit. Will they make it in time is the question. They're beelining towards it.
Oh, cinematic view in the meantime. Okay, they're not gonna make it. It looks like. Yeah, they scan it out now. Oh crap, it's actually happening. But Kuman picks it up and he'll fall back. I assume he has the battle fury by now. By the way. Immersion? Okay, well, he's going to take the Primal Roar in response. Kuman jumps back into Hawk, applies the Swarm, but Immersion may be overstepping a bit there.
And just a tide. And the thing about this strat, I just totally lost my train of thought, actually. I have no idea what I was going to say.
As far as...
The SF. He keeps ulting from a far distance.
Yeah.
Because while the damage is dependent on how close to how many souls you get, if you catch just the tip of one soul, you're still going to get the full damage reduction and move speed reduction for 6 seconds. So it's more about just living through the burst of the Kunkka ult, of the ET splitter, stomp, etc. Just force Pango to turn, because if they can't win the fight on the back of these big fights and the duration of the rum from Kunkka, you can safely assume that you will be able to turn the fight around. And I like what he's been doing. It also keeps him out of harm's way. He did go this very squishy item build with Botsials. Until BKB, he doesn't have that survivability.
I'm glad you bring that up, because I do feel like that is something that's underrated about the Requiem. You know, there's that dream, that sex appeal of, you heal somebody up, you sit right on top and Requiem them. And of course, it's great damage, but there is more to that ability than just the damage.
Indeed, and the game has changed so much, too. It used to be that your mid player could just be a superstar, try and carry a game by himself, but this is a 5-on-5, and it's really been patched to that. It's all about the team engagements and sort of this in-and-out read on the overall fight versus, hey, let me go try and dunk on somebody.
Well, they're trying to dunk on Doom right now. They land the torrent and the Earth Splitter. Again, we've seen this before. This time it's probably going to work out. Okay, they do actually take out Afterlife. I want to say that's even a Spirit Vessel now finished on Elder Titans helping the cause, but they're like, all right, you blew everything, let's go in now. However, the X going to bring back Dahak. He gets hit by the ship because of that, so the Roar on top. Dahak's getting low. Has a time lapse if necessary. He will eventually pop it. So Elder Titan picked up in the back lines. They got Lich as well, but there's another great Requiem. This one doing some good damage on top of Beastmaster. Ghostic never really stood a chance. Immersion heals to catch a Slayer. He's pinging him out like crazy. He's like, team, let's go. There's still more to be had, but never mind. Okay, he's going to be brought back in with the X. He has another roll up. They block it though. He's doing his darnest, but I think Immersion, his team wasn't ready to follow that up necessarily, so he goes down at the end of it.
Yep, and the active Shrine as well, just ensuring they weren't able to pursue. And this is looking good for the Pango. I've been praising Gambit, but they've got to be a bit more careful. You can see, like, Doom is no longer tanky enough to survive through this full combo. They need to be more prepared for these engagements. They can't just be reactive anymore. You want to be baiting someone and then look ready to respond. It's not going to... You don't have the time anymore to get away with this sort of play. And the Lincolns is finished now on Dockside, so it's a lot harder to take down. 19, he's level 18 at 22 minutes.
It's crazy. That 10 talent's insane. Yeah, on a core hero like this that has that mobility to go around the map, he's up there as far as like even a Meepo where it just accelerates like crazy when it comes to levels.
Yeah, the Doom's gonna hit his level 15 talent, 150 Devour bonus gold.
Oh yeah,
that is a lot. That is every 40 seconds, potentially. You can also stack Devours now. It's one of the reasons Doom is picked more often. You don't have to wait for the digestion. You can actually do 2 things at once, and that would then give you bonus regen. Aegis on Kuman, but he's got to be careful. He blurs and tries to leap away. It's well played, but I think he's still caught.
Yeah, he did a hell of a job escaping initially, as you pointed out, but they collapse now with the... Okay, he's going to Requiem on top. He's setting it up, but the Echo Stomp from Elder Titan, so Kuman has the support. Nice job Panic Striker to his teammate. Ghostic gets a lockdown on Appanine. Is he too tanky? No, the crit comes out, but the Yules at the last second. He's still alive for the time being. Possibly BKB. He's running these last 2 teammates, including Weaver. The T's going to go down as well, so it's 3 kills in favor of the Pango. What a great use of the Aegis, but look at the damage from Immersion. The Magnetize applied to multiple targets. Naive. He's got Doom on him as well, but... This is not a fight that the Radiant's set to win right now. Appanine gets a couple of raises. That's what he bought back, of course. The BKB of Naive helping himself, but he goes down. But a dieback for Shadow Fiend. What is happening right now? The Pango. Talk about taking over this game. I guess BKB's helping, and Kuman, the Aegis. That Aegis, by the way, it had to be, I guess it still had about a minute left, but they make use of it in the end.
Yeah, that's a hell of a turnaround, gotta say. And this is just the product of better execution. The Gambit was not prepared. The Lich gets picked off right away by just walking into the Beastmaster. Dockstock gets 100 to 0'd. Immersion, yeah, he comes in, but it was so late. And the BKBs, as you said, there's nothing you can do now to stop the PA. He's just completed his. He gets picked off, but, This was the similar scenario where he was caught out a bit too early before his team could get there, but thankfully he had an Aegis respawn. Well played by the Elder Titan, and if AFO-Ninja's got a BKB in that engagement, yeah, he doesn't care about the stomp. He's going to ult off immediately, and they're probably going to win that fight, but because he doesn't have one, he went for this greedier build with the Boots of Travel, you're just not strong enough. And SF now might even start to fall off a bit when you consider how farmed Kuman is. He's 2K net worth ahead of the entire game. That's
scary. And we knew it was potentially coming, but maybe it came a lot quicker than Gambit expected. It goes back to that smoking of the Roshan, though. Well played by the Pango, because it sets all of this up. They're allowed to play with the Aegis there. Gaze from FNG just saying, please don't kill me, but it's going to be a death in the end. Slayer might be a death for him, too, so they're going to get some response out of this, although it's now Afterlife, the one that has to run. Puts out that stomp, then he has devoured up. There's Immersion, getting hit by the Primal Roar, so what is happening? He's just one after the other.
In trouble, too. He's being chased out by Kunkka. He popped the Lincolns. There's an Elder Titan on his tail as well, and yeah, he's going to go down. They're just playing too sloppy, and Pango is punishing.
That's not often you say that about Gambit. Here we are praising them, and I think for good reason, but this is a bit of those inconsistencies, as I guess you did mention, Kyle. Kind of kicking in here.
It comes down to they gave away a free Roche. They took a poor fight in the top area of the map when the Doom died immediately. And now, again, that bottom fight where, sure, you get that kill on PA, but they didn't kite like they needed to. They engaged hard on heroes with BKBs. You just can't do that. Yeah, sure, AFO-Ninja's got his now, but it came out at about 25 minutes. That's so late for a Shadow Fiend that was really in a perfectly fine position in the game, but it all goes back to the Boots Travel pickup. We haven't really seen it utilized once. Like, I understand its use, but if you're going to try and keep fighting as actively as you are, I feel like you might want to invest in that team fight item like Blacking Bar ASAP.
It's ridiculous to me that she could be that close and the blur is still active. Yeah,
they're chain feeding now.
Well, they might get a kill on Beastmaster in the back, but yeah, they cannot stop this PA. It almost feels like Beastmaster is picked off, but Doom has to run, which he can't do because X brings you right back in. Double kill for Kuman. He's unstoppable right now. They literally do not have a way to take care of him at this point.
And he's got a Deso on the way as well, and level 20. So you got the triple daggers that come out. He's just, as you said, unstoppable.
This is Phantom Assassin taking over the game as she has done post 7.20 plenty of times.
And this is one of the benefits of the Pango lineup where you have a Kunkka that can just spam X, right? And so much follow-up, easy follow-up. You spam an Ice Path. You put down the Spirit into Stomp. Like, if you are winning a fight, you're always going to get that bonus 1, maybe even 2 exit kills just because of how much disable, vision, and reach you have on low cooldowns.
Yeah. And the X is multi-tool in the sense we've seen several times, not only for himself, but teammates. They'll TP back to base, he applies X, and it's a free way to, get back quickly, get back into the game. So abuse that, of course. That's exactly what they're doing.
And I just point to the game style. I think the Roche took Gambit off guard.
Yeah.
But if they had stalled the game out for a few more minutes, I think this would have been a very different scenario. But you went Midas on Weaver, your SF's going bots. Like, you're not itemizing to take these engagements. And you don't have the armor items even up on Doom that you're looking for. He went for this Blink build. They played like this greedy, active style. Like, wait, we're going to be ahead this whole time. We're going to keep the pressure on. But you just can't play into the Pango draft like that. They're way too strong.
Naive. He's hunting. He eventually gets spot on Lich and going to be gazed on in, but the Ice Path is there for protection and will eventually be the easy kill.
FNG has fed quite a bit this game, 1 and 9. And
yeah, that net worth is not looking too good.
And Naive, his score isn't the greatest, but I think Naive has played near, like, not perfectly, of course, but very well. He's a big part of why they've been able to find so many kills. And this Weaver item build, I should have probably flamed this a bit earlier, but Midas into Lincolns, these items do absolutely nothing for you. They have plenty of Lincolns cancel.
Yep.
He's going to catch the Stomp, he'll ult, but now he's in the boat.
It's like, then what,
Yeah, it's so much gold invested for nothing, right? Weaver is so powerful in the mid-game when you go items like Diffusal specifically, maybe a Maelstrom if you want to accelerate, but Midas Lincolns is just, you need a BKB anyway, right? And whenever I see someone rushing Lincolns, when inevitably they're going to need that Blacking Bar too, it just feels like, this is something we saw in Han all the time, and we used to laugh about it because it was so easy to beat. You put your first 2 items give you no real damage, full defensive. You just don't win games like that.
And Weaver is, I've not seen a lot of success with that hero, despite him being picked up recently, not going to lie. So it's something that just very, very squishy. Doesn't necessarily, even with the defensive item of Lincoln's, doesn't matter.
And the downside of that XP talent, your respawn is so long.
True.
Roche is not up yet, but they're going to beeline for it anyway. And look at the warding. They've got 1 in mid, one bottom. They've got total control of the Radiant side of the map. And Gambit now, you're in a position where I don't think you have a method of getting back into this game without major mistakes from this Dire team.
Yeah, the scalability doesn't, it's hard to say if it's going to truly be there, especially when you have this Phantom Assassin completely taken off.
Shadowblade TP bottom. This could be a dead SF. He's got BKB TP out, but looks like,
no, BKB's down. He used a middle lane just not too long ago, so.
Well, he's dead.
Minimap casting right there at its finest. Yeah, Roshan is up now. He just came out. Double damage is going to despawn in 5 seconds, unfortunately, so I don't think they're going to get there in time to pick it up, but yeah, it's going to now be a haste top, but they'll get the bounty runes instead. I'm sure the Pango is going to look for that Roshan. However, I mean, Shadow Fiends, they probably know he's still dead. I think it's a timer-based death here as far as the buyback goes. Oh, okay.
Well, there's a fight breaking out.
Looting
Wonder
some
what happened
stuff
there.
and 7 kill streaks. That's 1,500 gold for Afterlife, by the way. Holy crap. That's a lot of freaking gold. I don't know. That might be one of those mistakes. We're not even sure how it happened. So.
No, we can guess. What do you think happened, Nick?
I don't know. He got doomed up. There you go. That's my analysis.
Okay. Sounds about right.
Yeah. Probably
Doom is on
happened.
cooldown, so we can safely assume that that is what happened.
Okay. Green diamond is no longer green. Well, again, that's a lot of gold for Doom. Whether or not that's going to be a big difference maker, I suppose we'll see.
Well,
right?
It's important because Roche is up.
Yeah, I was going to say, if it slows down Roche on anything. So, and MKB picked up on Weaver, so we talk about lacking some damage. Going to show some of it off here, and again, PA still there for 40 more seconds. Immersion does get picked up elsewhere, but Zayat, he's dying right now to the Weaver. The couple of auto attacks for the Geminate do him in, and Weaver will get out with the time lapse, and Shadow Fiend's just resurrecting now, so.
You've got time to potentially look to do Roshan. I think ET is the big pit defender of the side of the Pango, and also just damage amplification. When you run melee range, these heroes like Weaver, 16 armor, sure, but that's all base. Means if you're in melee range of Elder Titan, you're at 0. You're going to die in a crit or 2.
Naive, Chrysalis finished. We talked about Lincoln's removal. He even did go Heaven's Halberd.
Yep.
Before that, going to do the X trick once again. So PA is up now, and they're aware that Roshan is up at this point. That's why they're playing in this area.
Yep. And I like this move from the Pango. This is really nice. Just keep the game alive. And, you know, we've been talking about FNG as a captain, but, you know, we should put some respect on Seam the Slayer's name. You know, he's been around for a while. He's been playing 5, he's been doing his best, grinding it out. You know, a champion of the Tier 2 scene, hasn't found that major success yet, but, you know, can't say the guy hasn't been grinding for it.
Oh, we hyped him up yesterday, for sure, as far as, again, a good captain here in the CIS region, and part of their success, no doubt. And here's that Roshan that we knew was coming. It's happening quick, but Afterlife, he wants to have something to say about it. Now he pops BKB, though, and down goes Doom. He buys back immediately, at least, I suppose. BKBs are going to be on cooldown. Afterlife making his way in there. Roshan still has a little bit of life left, finally getting chunked down. Aegis is picked up by Kuma, and Afterlife coming back in. The Requiem goes up, but Kuma and his BKB just were up. Oh my God! There was a Shadow Fiend there. He DCs, he just says GG, and gets out. He had a buyback. I don't know. Whatever. That's just the game, apparently. The Pango takes it just like that. We knew Roshan was going to be big, but I didn't know if it was going to be an absolute game ender by any means. But
that's just kind of how the cookie crumbles, though. This late in the game, whoever gets that Aegis fight, you're probably going to just walk down lanes.